Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good wherever you're at. If you're watching this anywhere, more than likely you're probably, if you clicked on this video, more than likely you're going to be in America, or if you follow Alabama football throughout the planet Earth somewhere other than America, perhaps Canada, maybe Mexico, maybe England, Brazil, whoever, anywhere in planet Earth. But more than likely, if you clicked on this video, it's for maybe you're an Alabama fan or an Auburn fan or an LSU fan, and you want me to give you predictions that fit your narrative. And that's not always how it works. And I'm a realist. Well, I'm a pessimist, but I'm a realist when it comes to this, when it comes to making these predictions. Honestly, with Alabama, how hard is it to say that they're going to be a good team? That's kind of an oxymoron. Of course they're going to be good. More than likely, anything's possible. Anything unforeseen, it's going to be, like I say, it could be where it's going to be a good season. It's more than likely going to be a good season. All right, enough. Sorry for that intro. Let's get to the predictions. Nick Saban's a great coach. He's in his 70s. Only a little while left. I mean, for him, when it comes to coaching, hopefully he lives long life. But they open up, as you can see on the screen, Middle Tennessee. It used to be called Middle Tennessee State, whatever, but Middle Tennessee, a long time ago that was. But Middle Tennessee is a decent football team there. There's times where it's not like they go through a long drought of not being good, because Middle Tennessee is a team that can be good as far as the past. The future, who knows how that's going to work. But I think they're going to beat Middle Tennessee. I think they're going to beat them pretty handily. 4, 5, 6 touchdowns. Middle Tennessee will be a good opponent. I'm surprised. I don't want to sound disrespectful to Alabama, but they're playing Texas. Wow. They did last year, of course, and they won by 1 point, I think. I think it was 20-19. I think it was last year. But I think they're going to crush them this year. I think they're going to. It's not going to be close. Nick Saban will have them ready to go 2-0. They'll destroy Texas. I say like 35-13, 38-17, something to that score. I could be wrong. Hey, it's free stuff. I'm making this video free, and there's analysts out there that are making millions of dollars saying what they think, and usually wrong. I'm wrong too, but but they won't admit that they're wrong. Then they play at the University of Sioux Falls. Sorry, that's where I live, Sioux Falls. University of South Florida. University USF Bulls. USF has been a struggling program as of late. They should beat them quite handily. If they don't score at least 35 or 40 points, their offense might just be a sucky program, or a sucky offense. If they don't score, they could have turnovers and all that stuff, and they could win 28-0. So don't panic. They'll find a way to crush them at USF. Ole Miss comes into town. Ole Miss has been a program that's kind of, they're good on offense, really good on offense. As far as I know, I think their quarterback was last year, the year before, was drafted, or this year, or the year before. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't. But at this time, they'll be 4-0 at Mississippi State. Mississippi State obviously has a new coach. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. God, I almost forgot. See, it's hard to keep track. I'm not one of those that keeps track and has stats on each player's great grandfather's middle name. It's hard to keep track when you're doing other things too in life. and you work and you're busy with other things in life, it's just kind of hard. But I think they'll definitely beat Mississippi State at Mississippi State to go 5-0. 5-0. Then they'll play a Texas A&M, a team that's always a trap game. But this time, I don't think it's going to be a trap game because they play Arkansas the following game, and Arkansas could be a trap game. They'll beat Texas A&M, then they should beat Arkansas, but they're going to look forward to Tennessee, revenge against Tennessee. So that could be a trap game. Arkansas, I predict this game to be a tough game for Alabama for whatever reason. They played a good Texas A&M team. Maybe they're going to be sore from getting pummeled against Texas A&M because it's hard. It's a tough college football stuff in the SEC. But I think somehow it'll be like a low scoring 24-10 game, or maybe they'll score a couple touchdowns late to make it look like it wasn't a close game. That's how I feel when they play Arkansas, because it'll be at home. They're thinking, Alabama's thinking, okay, we just got over a good Texas A&M team on their field at College Station, which is a tough place to play the 12th man. I think it's called the 12th man of college anyway. But sorry for about not being the most articulate commentator when it comes to this, but it's just a random person doing random prediction, just a prediction on my thoughts of the Bama Elephants football team, our Crimson Tide. Okay, they will beat Arkansas, but then then they play home against Tennessee, and that will be a tough game. I think Tennessee goes into Alabama. It's tough, but I think Tennessee finds a way to win because Alabama's looking for that revenge factor, but they won't give up 52 points. It'll probably be like 34-28 or 34-31 or 31, who knows what the score is, but I think they're going to beat. I predict that Tennessee will beat the Tide in Tuscaloosa. Then they play LSU at home. They're gonna get revenge against LSU. I think they're gonna pound LSU after losing to Tennessee. Nick Saban's squad always seems to, if they have a loss, they're gonna play really good. It's really rare that they lose 2 in a row. I don't think they've done that in a long time. Kentucky, Kentucky's a good football team. Alabama just seems to destroy Kentucky whenever they play them. I think like in 07 or 08, it was like by a field goal. It was the last close game. And Kentucky's SEC East and the West and East don't play each other obviously all the time. But whenever they match up, Alabama seems to pound Kentucky. And I see them going on the road really focused because they know if they slip up. Last year they lost the second game and it was essentially over. Because they lost 2 games without a conference, and LSU got in the conference, obviously, championship game. They got beat by Georgia pretty good. But I think Alabama will be ready. Sorry, lost my concentration. Okay, they played, after LSU, they'll beat Kentucky good. And then, like I say, their concentration is hopefully better than mine, and they'll are able to beat Kentucky they're going to, like I say, they match up well with them, and they'll pound them. Chattanooga, really good to see Alabama scheduling a tough opponent right there late of the year. Really have confidence in their programs, how they... Anyways, like I say, they're not the only program that does this, but geez, come on, Alabama. Schedule a little tougher opponents. Right? They've done this how many times? And they'll beat Chattanooga. I'm not going to be that dumb. I mean, I may be crazy, but I'm not that idiotic when it comes to making predictions. I mean, you do as a joke, but, Chattanooga will get destroyed by Alabama. And then Alabama will play at Auburn. See Bama crush them in the Iron Bowl. Anything can happen in the Iron Bowl, but Bama will beat Auburn to go 11-1, and they will get in the SEC championship game. And a bold prediction for them, for Tennessee, I think Tennessee will, Josh Heupel, South Dakota native, by the way. Tennessee will represent the SEC East. I think that's how they're doing in the SEC. I know other conferences this year they're changing it where it's like the Pac-12 South and North are not automatically playing each other, because last year was Pac-12 South, Utah and USC. So I think it's going to be a SEC East and SEC East and West team will play. And Alabama will beat Tennessee in the SEC championship game. They'll move on to the playoff, and that's all I'm going to say. SEC champs making the playoffs at 12-1. The only loss is against Tennessee, but they'll avenge that in the SEC championship game. All right, have a nice day.